The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing it to start this drive. He puts some power on a deep one left. And it's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball. Right, ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, you're looking at a huge gain.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back now, pressure on its way. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Colts will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Give it away possession with a pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
First down throw here from Richardson. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up second down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Decent gain here, but short of the first. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Third and just 2 to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Give now to the running back. And he'll push forward for a small gain to the 31. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Dumps it off to his running back. Continuing to move past the 45. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
to throw here on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. He fires one deep down the middle. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed a linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Back to throw now. Diving right side, got it! So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Trying to find his tight end. And now they face 2nd and long. They'll throw it again. He's thrown deep to the left side. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Colts will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Second and 10. Again, it's Richardson. Catch made over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Now there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And it's picked off, but, oh, yep, pretty. So no interception, incomplete.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. He'll look to throw. Finds a seam to... Oh, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Rolling from the pistol, Richardson. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Richardson now on 2nd and 10. He sends this one to the end zone. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts grow their lead off the turnover. They'll try this extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts take a 3-possession lead. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas. Back-to-back carries here. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
From the 40 on 2nd down. Lays out left side and gets it. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. The Colts have taken the early lead. Take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Time for our second quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone. They'll run here on first down. The flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. They'll try and throw it here. Pass taken in by Kelly. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
They'll run now on second down. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Nothing for them on the play, and it leaves them in a rough spot, 3rd and 15.
This wide receiver run game, what it really does, Kate, is it tests the soundness of your defense. How assignment sound are you? Well, that was an excellent example of this defense doing its work on the practice field and, more importantly, put into execution on the game field.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Nick Cross has it. And the Colts are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Oh, boy. They cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
Jukes one defender. It's a gain of 29 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
On first down, it's Richardson. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be first down, Colts. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts make it a 24-point ball game. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He lets one fly deep downfield. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Nick Cross has it. And the Colts get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Richardson back to throw. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Picked off by Damone Clark. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a third in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. Hits the 20. And he's going to go. It's a big 6. Well, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock, to have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts grow their lead yet again. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Running this one left. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And what a hit there. Ouch, he pays the price for moving the chains that time. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. To the air now on first and 10. Escapes the pocket. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Going to the ground again on first. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. This time it's a passing play. He's on the move. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Flushed out of the pocket. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Third and long for him here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Colts take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. And he gets a gain of 9, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 23. Cut out left. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. It's a pickup of 11. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First down throw here from Richardson. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. He rolls to his right. Finds him on the crossing route. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Colts.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They'll throw again, Richardson. He's got it. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Setting up to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts continue piling on to this lead. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And they pick him off again. Nick Cross has it. And the Colts take over on his 5th interception of the season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Back to the well again. And they bring him down around the 34. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And they get to him just in time. That's a tackle for the stand and a turnover on downs. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Back to throw it. Oh, baby, he gets rocked, and the ball is out. And the Colts pick it up.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looking to throw. He's going to push one deep down the right. And they pick him off again. And the Colts watches the return goes out of bounds, bringing us to the end of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now a give left side. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Back now, pressure on its way. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Colts take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. That is one of the longest throws we have or probably will see in this contest, partner. It's too bad it wound up in the hands of the defense on the interception.
You know, Kate, when I see throws like this, I see images of Bo Jackson back in the day. As a Kansas City Royal throwing Harold Reynolds out from the warning track. 300 feet in the air. He hung that baseball to gun down the runner at home plate. The difference here in football, you throw that ball up, that DB's also got to run 50-some yards, go up high point and make a play. That is just incredible defensive football.
That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They give it to him again. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Play stopped by Damone Clark.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve. Some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
The give here on second. And this run doesn't have the juice of that last one. He's stuffed at the line. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on second down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. So I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. This throw is cuffed. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Touchdown, Indianapolis! 3 touchdown catches in one game is rare air, Brock. Safe to say most guys who retire can name every time they did that here in the NFL.
Yeah, I hope he remembers it, but also remember this. Receivers, they're a dependent position. They're dependent on the guys doing their job up front. They're dependent on the quarterback putting it on the spot. And usually, when you reach a milestone like this, you'd love to share it with everybody else. And my guess, especially if they could find a way to win this one, is this receiver will celebrate it with all of his guys.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Setting up a throw. On the move, headed right. Oh, he loses the football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. 1st and 10 for him now following the penalty. Dropping back to throw. Escapes out to the left. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Award that tackle to the effort of Leatu Latu. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 39. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him. Altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand. I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Well, best of luck here. It's fourth and a considerable distance. They're going for this. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And a surprising fourth down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down. Hand off to the back. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
He brings it in. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with first and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Hughes. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's second and goal from the 1. Another chance for him. And he's in for the touchdown. The Colts lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Colts continue adding on to that lead. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
From the 32. This one falls incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Back to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on fourth. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Colts get it back on the final play of the quarter. That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. They'll have a shiny new set of downs to play with to start the fourth. The Colts have possession to start the fourth. This one looking pretty well decided already. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now a give running right. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Plowing up the middle. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Right up the gut. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. Has it at the 7. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Kate, you know by now I'm not shy about referencing movies during a game, and that run, that was a picture-perfect script. You get the defense thinking one thing, looking one way, then bam! You surprise them with a twist, head the other way for a big run. I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice. It doesn't end up getting an offensive 1st down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Handoff on 2nd and short. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. Strong running inside the 30. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Gosh, I love that creativity of the play call. Name of the game is putting the ball in the hands of your best, your playmakers, creating matchups for them to take advantage. And this time, not as a receiver, but as a runner. That is job well done.
And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
And no luck there. That throw falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Hits him on the out route. And this one doesn't go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
A lot of room they need here. It's 4th and a long 8. Throwing from the gun. Incomplete. incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential first down.
Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On first down, they'll run. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof, well, it's a big part of what's put them playing from behind.
Breaks through, and he might break away. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. We reach the 2-minute warning from Orlando. Colts nearing their 2nd win in the campaign. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Back-to-back carries here. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Looks like they will indeed try it, 4th and 2. Trying to push this past the marker. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
On 2nd and 14 now. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
That heater is going to fall to the turf.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered feed on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on fourth. Back to throw, needing a first. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Colts take possession as he makes his fourth interception of our season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on fourth and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Colts throwing 6 more on the blowout. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts tack on 7 more to their lead. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise, you deliver, and that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Looking for a throw here. And they pick him off again. And the Colts are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. So the Colts pick up the win in this one. And if they could play at this level every time out, now their coaches would be happy as they could be. Total team effort, a dominating victory. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the